Hey everybody, today we're going to be discussing how to find the Forrest Fenn Treasure. I'm Rick McDonald, Illinois Ghost. Many of you know me outside of this Forrest Fenn community. You know I'm an old-fashioned treasure hunter with old-fashioned techniques. I don't believe in all that armchair treasure hunt crap. So anyway, I'm going to give you some important tips and ideas on how to find the Forrest Fenn Treasure. So first off, let's start at the beginning. If you're a new searcher and you haven't looked for the Forrest Fenn Treasure yet, the best place to start is to get a copy of The Thrill of the Chase. This book tells you everything you need to know about finding the Forrest Fenn Treasure. Everything that you need to know is in that one book. Forrest has written other books after that, but the original treasure story is in the very first book, The Thrill of the Chase. It's his personal memoir. It's got a lot of stories from him growing up throughout his lifetime, and a lot of stuff that he talks about as a child, and places he's lived and places he's been. So anyway, that's your first step. Get a copy of The Thrill of the Chase. If you don't know where to get it, you can get it at the Collected Works bookstore. It's only $35. I wouldn't waste your time buying it off eBay. People are on there selling them anywhere from $50 to $100 to $200 for one copy. But if you go to the Collected Works bookstore, it's $35. So here's a little something to keep in mind as you read The Thrill of the Chase. Don't get caught up in the stories. I'm not saying don't read the stories. You need to read them. You need to understand them. Forrest is using the stories to describe a certain location, whether it be one of the clues or the final resting place. Forrest is using the stories to describe this location. The stories themselves are not the location. A lot of people get that confused. They read The Thrill of the Chase and they think, oh, it's this place in Yellowstone, and they got to rush off to Yellowstone. They're not understanding what it is Forrest is trying to tell them. So, like I said, read the stories, understand what he's saying. Try to get an image of the location in your mind when you go out on your search. That's the area, or that's what you're looking for. That'll help you solve the hunt. And so anyway, in my own opinion, searchers are making it more complex than it really has to be. They really need to simplify it. You know, Forrest himself tells you that you need to find a map. Here in this one quote, he says, excellent research material are The Thrill of the Chase, Google Earth, and or a good map. Google Earth itself is a good map. So what is Forrest referring to when he says and or a good map? He talks about a plan. He says a good plan is the best plan. A plan is a map. Guys, I'm going to throw some quotes up here. Take a look at them, and then we'll discuss them here in just a moment. So what do you think of some of those quotes? Some of those quotes are pretty interesting, aren't they? They all have one basic thing in common. They all talk about a map. You know, like I said, I'm an old school treasure hunter. I believe in using things like dipping needles, stuff like that when it comes to treasure hunting. I'm not an armchair person. I don't believe in doing armchair treasure hunts. I don't think they're realistic. I think they're gimmicked. The Thrill of the Chase, I do not believe is a gimmick. I believe it's an old school treasure hunt, and you have to figure it out. Like Forrest says, it's difficult, but it's not impossible. A lot of these quotes, I'm not going to go through and read them all off. I don't provide sources. A lot of these quotes are on my blog if you want to look at them. Some of them do have the sources of where they came from. But yeah, if you didn't get a chance to read them, you can back the video up, pause them. You can actually read the full quotes. But each and every one of them talk about a map. So anyway, I've been in the treasure hunt for about 8 years now. You know, I started off pretty much just like everybody else, jumping spot to spot, trying to figure it out. Read the poem and jumped on Google Earth, and you know, I just had to buckle down, tell myself, hey, you know, you're not going to find it this way. There's no way. You're not going to pinpoint the correct warm waters halt was simply a guess, and even if you did, you're not going to understand what the clues are because you don't know how you got there in the first place. So, you know, look for a map, guys. If you can find the map tells you, and it tells you that, you know, where warm waters halt is, how to locate it, and what it is. Once you find it, the clues do get consecutively easier, but the map itself is rather difficult to understand, and Forrest tells you it's difficult, but it's not impossible. I don't know if I'll make another one of these videos. I probably will. I'm thinking I'm going to make this a series, but I'm going to cut it short right here for today. There's a lot more that I want to talk about in the upcoming videos, so don't forget to like and subscribe, guys.